Today I wanted to talk about PlayStation 5 and the end of physical media. And what I mean by that is obviously physical discs, games, and so I wanted to go through my collection, share with you what I've currently got and what my thoughts are of the state of gaming. Gaming is currently, with the latest generations, obviously being PS5 and Xbox Series X, hugely disappointing. Not only from the cost perspective, the lack of sort of innovation and creativity coming from PlayStation and Xbox has just been flat out disappointing. And yes, you can see here that I've got a PlayStation 5 controller because I went out and bought a PlayStation 5. I got the Slim, PlayStation 5 Slim with the disc drive, not the digital. I got it before the price increase. And in Australia here, they've gone up substantially. I think I got this at $848 Australian. They're now, I think, pushing nearly $1,000 just for the Slim, and then obviously the Pro is like $1,200 or so. I started off with the original Xbox, then I went the Xbox 360 Elite, 120 gigabyte hard drive. And then I've just made my way over to PlayStation 5. I did have a PlayStation 4 momentarily because one of my mates had PlayStations at the time. But I then sold it. I went overseas for a little bit. In terms of physical media, this is all I've got in my collection. This is the Xbox 360. Excuse the dust on it. This is the Xbox 360 Elite. This is my very first Xbox 360. I didn't get the Slim or the E version. This one is, I think I got this in 2010 maybe, or 2011. So it was well after the Ring of Death. They'd sort that all that out basically, which is good. In terms of physical games, you can see here Cyberpunk, such a good game. Red Dead 2, The Last of Us is classic. Gran Turismo 7, which unfortunately needs a internet connection, and as you can see here, internet required for most functionality is disappointing. Reason being is I've only got data from my phone that I use here on my smart TV as well to watch stuff. This one here, Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition, is such a good game. A lot better than Forza Horizon 6 and even 5 in my humble opinion. But yeah, it's just one of those things this is the state of gaming. It's crazy, and as you can see, I've only got 2 PS5 games, a couple of PS4 games as well. That can obviously be played on the PS5, which is, I guess, good in a way. And then I'll show you my Xbox 360 and original Xbox collection. And I'm sort of torn because then down here, I've got the Steam Deck, the 256 gigabyte LCD version. And yeah, gaming's in such a weird spot right now. You know, I don't know what to say. It's making the whole enjoyment be sapped out, and I'm finding more of my time is being spent on eBay looking for deals, looking for games that are already on their physical form rather than buying digital. I only have this for a couple of indies and when I'm traveling, which obviously makes sense, but yeah, it's just really sad, the state of gaming at the moment. And when you're paying $800 for the latest console and you're buying like PS5 and PS4 games, or you don't even have that many PS5 games to begin with, but then you're playing PS4 games on a PS5, it's sort of like, well, should have just kept the PS4 and just played on that. My mindset and mentality was to, because I've got the original Xbox still, which I normally have here, I've just taken it away. I was always going to keep that, and then this one here, I was never going to sell that. That's got a lot of sort of memories and games saved on that hard drive, which is at the top there, 120 gigabyte HDD. and I was never going to sell this, even though it sounds like a fighter jet taking off on load ups sometimes with like heavily graphic games like Forza Motorsport 4, for example. I was never going to sell this, so I was always going to keep. But as I said before, I used to have the PS4, and I also used to have an Xbox One, but I just found the Xbox One. I sort of went, okay, I could keep the Xbox One. But then at the time, my mate had a PS4, so I sold the Xbox One X, got the PS4. But then I was sort of like, okay, I want to play Forza Horizon 6 and obviously GTA 6, which is now going to be digitalized. It's not going to be a physical disc. It will come out like this cover, but it will just be a code, which sucks. And so I'm going, well, I just outlaid $800, $848 Australian on a PS5 Slim, and now it's sort of just like, why did I do that? Waste of time. So that's a disappointment from my end, and I guess I'm sort of lucky and grateful that I had the funds, I'm guessing, to get the Steam Deck, because for one, I do travel a fair bit, and then two, to have that portability. Again, this is against everything that I love, which is physical media. However, it is more portable. It's Steam OS. It's not freaking Windows, which I just despise Windows. This is honestly, yeah, I'm grateful to have this, very grateful. But again, I can understand the contradiction of having it, given I love physical media and I love just putting in a disc and it just starts up every time. I don't like playing online. I don't like internet at all. Like, I have mobile data, and that's all I use in the house to play stuff on the smart TV. And this, to me, like, I'll keep it for as long as it works. This is just fantastic, in my humble opinion, and it's nostalgic. So let me take you to my humble game collection. So here we are with the humble game collection. Forza Motorsport 4, awesome game, love it. Forza Motorsport 2, Forza Motorsport 3, Cricket 2009, F1 2013, AFL Live, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Origins, Far Cry 3, Max Payne 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, SmackDown 2007, the best WWE to get is the 2007. Murdered, which is a bit like an indie sort of game. Haven't played it yet. Halo 2 on the original Xbox, Spider-Man, Halo, Vet Supercars, which is an Australian race car game, Spider-Man 2, Gun, Vet Supercars 3, Vet Supercars 2, Star Wars Jedi, Starfighter, Crimson Desert, Operation Flashpoint Elite, Rainbow Six 3, Transworld Surf, SX Tricky, Aggressive Inline, Midnight Madness 3, AFL, which is obviously our Australian soccer version, game 2003-2004, all there. So that's my humble collection. But yeah, the state of gaming is it's really sad, and I think what we're going to be seeing up until PlayStation's end of physical media circa 2028 is we're going to be seeing a lot more people hitting eBay, going after physical disc copies and loading up on them and hoarding them en masse, and it's not just going to be for the Xbox 360. It's not just going to be for the Xbox original, which again is a bit of a love-hate. Wasn't as successful as PS2, but still to be respected, of course. Great console, great graphics for the time, I guess, as well. So, and it's not just going to be for your PS4s. Even your PS4 games are getting not much attention right now, but they will be now since PlayStation's, I guess, announcement of ending physical media. You're still going to get people going to your Steam Decks or your PC games, that's just inevitable. Steam has done an amazing job at converting people from console to PC, or not many people have gone from PC to console. That's just unfortunately the nature of it. PC gamers are always going to be PC gamers, and that 9 times out of 10 going to get a Steam Deck if they're going to go traveling, or what have you. But yeah, it's the physical media side is definitely going to have more people going to now, more so because of what's been announced, and I guess we all saw it coming as well. People's buying habits, we are procrastinators. It's in our it's human nature in a way. We won't do anything until it's like almost time's up, and time is becoming of a bit of an essence here with physical media. And it's not just DVDs. DVDs, CDs, everyone's got Spotify now, or YouTube Music, or Apple Music for their music services. We've got to preserve it, guys, because otherwise everything's just going to be through a subscription, and we'll be paying through the nose for stuff where if we've got the console, if we've got the hardware, get the discs and yeah, go from there. But what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like and subscribe. I am into Nintendo as well, which I will just round out now. So this is my Pokemon Red 2DS. I got this off Facebook Marketplace for, I think it was $150, and that was about just under 12 months ago. Looking on eBay now, you're probably going to be finding these for around north of $330 Australian dollars. Unboxed, boxed is totally different story. $1,000 to $3,000, and this is only just for a 2DS. So they did have Pokemon Yellow and Blue, as well as obviously this color Red. And the games that I've got with it, not a huge collection again, but growing up, I grew up with a Nintendo DS. So I've got V8 Supercars, Skate It, Ultimate Spider-Man, Super Mario Bros, and Need for Speed Pro Street. These games, I didn't grow up with Pro Street. I've really enjoyed that one. That's probably the best Need for Speed to get on DS. Again, for PSP and other handhelds, I wouldn't really know for sure, but for Nintendo DS, I can say Pro Street is the one to get if you're into your racing games, and obviously for Need for Speed content. Super Mario Bros is just a no-brainer. Love it. Love the little mini games on there. It's just really super fun. The Ultimate Spider-Man one is definitely something that I grew up with and loved as a kid. And this one here, it's getting up in price, but yeah, highly recommend. This is such a fun game for a superhero game on DS. Probably the best I've ever played. In all honesty, Activision, it's good if it's Activision. They were just an absolute beast. Same with EA back in the day with Skate It, just awesome, loved it. Grew up with Skate It as well, that's why I've got it. I sold them all and then I bought them back and I missed them, and yeah, it's good to play sometimes. Again, the best thing about DS games is there's no internet. It says Wi-Fi up here in the corner, but you just put the cartridge into the game, into the machine, I should say, up the top here, and you just play. There's no trickery, there's no like playing around with it. Same with the Steam Deck, everything just works, and that's why I think the Steam Deck's done so well, is because you just play the game. Yes, you got to have a bit of internet to download it, but once it's downloaded, you just play the game and it saves, and you got quick resume on the Steam Deck. And this one here, I don't think you got quick resume, but yeah, it sort of does. You got like you press the little power button there, and you can put it to sleep down the bottom there, which I guess is like a little quick resume sort of feature. And then yeah, last but not least, V8 Supercars, Codemasters, just awesome for racing games. The games that I showed you just moments ago, the Xbox games and Xbox 360 games, the F1 2013 I've got is by Codemasters, and it's just, yeah, they're a really good company that make games, or did make games back in the day. So yeah, that's my game collection, and that's my Nintendo collection, so to speak. Bit of history on Nintendo. So as I said, I grew up with the DS Lite, and then I went to the DSi, which is just added cameras and a bit slimmer and a bit lighter sort of construction. It had a matte finish instead of like a glossy black finish. And then I went to I had a Wii as well growing up, but wasn't really into Wii. It was just one of those things where, you know, you play a bit of Wii Sports, and I hadn't really get into it that much apart from that. And then from there, recently, well, not recently, probably like a year or a bit ago, nearly 2 years ago now, I got a Switch OLED. Again, I didn't play on it that much. I played Red Dead Redemption. That was the game I played the most and loved it. Because I actually never played Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360 or PS4 or what have you. Never played it before. And I played it on a handheld, which just worked and it was just great. The only thing with the Switch OLED was just, it wasn't comfortable in the hand. Like, this is way more comfortable, the 2DS. Just in its design and the way you can just sort of hold it like that. I love it. Even though it looks like a kid's toy, essentially, these are so much more comfortable than the Switch. Sorry, than the Switch or the Nintendo DS XL. Some people have different hands. Like, I've got bigger hands and I need something a bit more substantial to grip onto. Having the shoulder buttons up here is just great as well. So yeah, this is the thought process behind me getting the 2DS. And that's why I wanted one of these, a 2DS, rather than just a DS Lite or a DSi or DSi XL or what have you. I just preferred this. And I didn't really care about the clamshell design, like folding it and stuff. I don't mind this at all. It's got the SD card slot there. So that was my reasoning there. So yeah, I got rid of the Switch, right? I got rid of the Switch recently and I traded in on the PS5, and that's probably what some people go, oh my god, why did you do that? Like, that's such a dumb mistake. I guess, like, at the time, I was sort of, my reasoning behind it, as I explained at the start of the video, was to get GTA 6 and Forza Horizon 6. Obviously, since then, they've released some new games on PS5, like 007 First Light, James Bond game, and also, what was the other one just recently? Resident Evil, was it? Or something like that. Oh, Silent Hill, that's right, Requiem. So yeah, there was a couple of good releases there that I haven't got around to yet, and I'm not really into horror games as such, so that's why I guess now I'm thinking, shit, but I didn't play the Switch enough to warrant keeping it, and so that's why I've curated a sort of collection now where I'm going, okay, am I actually going to play it? I don't want to just collect for the sake of collecting or just because a game's more expensive. That I want to create a collection where I go, okay, I would actually play that game and actually enjoy it rather than it just sitting there and just collecting dust. And at the moment, the one system that probably is collecting dust for me is the original Xbox. And yeah, it's just one of those things where it doesn't really warrant me to get rid of it, but I don't really use it as much as I would like. Put it this way, you know, the Xbox original and the PS5 are probably hand in hand, but I do play the PS5. I play Red Dead Redemption 2, which is essentially a PS4 game with Cyberpunk. But yeah, apart from that, the PS5, and The Last of Us. I love playing The Last of Us, even though it's an older game now. I still thoroughly enjoy it. But yeah, apart from that, it probably goes, you know, Steam Deck, this, just because it's just easy plug and play, and then probably Xbox 360, PS5 at the moment. So PS5's getting like a little bit more use, but yeah, the original Xbox is like getting no use whatsoever. But what do you guys reckon? Comment down below, like and subscribe. What do you guys reckon about physical media and PlayStation's decision on that? Anything on the collection that I've showed you? What do you guys have? I'd love to know. I'll see you in the next one.